first and foremost, I'm not a YouTuber. So I've been going back and forth on if I was gonna video this since I acquired it. But I'm probably not gonna do this for like YouTubing, right? It's more gonna be just a video chronicle of this build. And so to do the YouTuber shit, it's an 84 Camaro Z28, hard top, has the 302 high output engine. So pretty much all factory there. Questionable on the mileage. The gauge says like 32K or 37K, something like that. I think it is 37. Which obviously with an 84, chances are it's looped. But looking at the pedal, looking at the interior, obviously besides the cracked dash, it doesn't really show a ton of mileage on the interior, and I can show that later. I'm not gonna show it right now. So I don't know how many miles it has. It's, like I said, for the most part, all original. I'm guessing at some point it got sat and left, obviously, and so it sat outside for a long time. And so as of right now, the build plan is to keep this patina going on, do like a gloss clear over it, and really just get it running with the 302 high output for a while. Eventually, the plan is to pull that out, put a 350 in it. And then this is just gonna be like a track, or not a track, but a cane carving street car, really. Like, I'm not planning on taking it to the track. I got the 5th gen that I could take to the track. That's a FIP 14 1LE. I don't know. That one already has a seated in and everything, so it's really, yeah, whatever. I don't know. This plan could completely spiral into, something crazy, but as of right now, cane, street car with the 350 in it, it'll be nice, rowdy, it'll be fun. And the 350 will have a cam in it and everything, so it'll chap and all that good shit. But yeah, so right now, what we're doing is completing the tank drop because the previous owner started that, but they didn't finish it. And so they cut the filler neck out. They pulled the pan hard bar and the sway bar out, and then they let it sit. They didn't do anything after that. So I have a fuel tank that's, the filler neck is cut, but pretty much everything else is out of the way, right? So all I really need to do is get the straps off, and then it should drop straight out. Now, I'm pretty sure it's empty because it's been open for years, so I'm not too worried about it. So it shouldn't be that long of a job. This is the first time I've owned one of these chassis, so it's all new to me, but I think it'll be straight for the most part. I'm not really too concerned about it. Again, not a YouTuber, but I'll try and keep this thing up, going and make it somewhat video worthy just for entertainment purposes. If I even make this public, I probably won't, to be completely honest. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get to work. I need to get better lighting. I have some lights here. So we're getting ready to get up under the car now. So me not being a YouTuber, I've already kind of started working, getting the wheels off, getting jack stands under it, and getting the wheels under it for a little bit of safety. All right, so this is what we're looking at. This is the fuel tank here. What you're looking at there is a strap, and then there is the other strap. Both of the bolts are right up there. You can see the passenger side from here. So I think they're either 13 or 15 mil. You can see the driver's side one right there. Actually, that might be I don't know. I'll get the bolt, I'll confirm the size, and then it's just a matter of cutting these lines off because I'm not going to be using them any fucking way. I'll be replacing all the lines. You can see they go all the way up on the driver's side, along with more filth up there that needs to be cleaned. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get to those bolts. Actually, I need to get a jack up under here first, and then cut those lines, get to those. Actually, yeah, you can already tell that 2 of those have been pulled. Those 2 right there have been pulled. There's no clamp on it. So maybe I'll just pull them off just to make things a little bit simpler. It doesn't really make anything more simple, but maybe I'll just pull them off since they've already been fucked with anyway. They shouldn't be seized or anything. Yeah, so let me go ahead and get the jack up under here, and then we'll see about getting those bolts out, and then we'll start dropping this thing. It's 2 bolts. Should be simple. Y'all let me do all that for nothing, man, because I don't even have, all I have is floor jacks. I don't got nothing that can jack the tank. So why y'all let me do that shit? Nah, so since I don't have a jack to do that, I'm just gonna pull the hoses, and then I need to figure out, I know it's either a 13 or a 15, so I'm just gonna grab both of those with some extensions and see which one it is. And then hopefully it's not seized, because I'm just gonna use a power tool. I'm not trying to be up under the car all day with a bunch of most likely spiders. Not that I'm scared, but you know what I'm saying, if I don't have to be with them, then I'm not going to. So yeah, I'm gonna find the sockets, yank those hoses, and see about dropping this tank. Catch back up in a second. All right, so tools acquired, all in my hand while I'm trying to hold this camera as well. So we're about to get back under here and literally just pull the fuses, or not the fuses, holy shit. I've been sweating my ass off. But yeah, pull the hoses, the line, fuel lines off, and then get to the bolts. So I literally have 2 extensions. The last one is a swivel head extension. I have a 13 and then a 15's on it right now. I suspect it'll be a 15. Actually, I need a flat head for that fuel line. I'm glad I did that little tool recap. Trying to be all professional and shit. It's not working, but fuck it. Yeah, so I need a flat head for the fuel hose. Maybe I'll grab a pair of dikes just in case it's a pain in the ass. And a pair of cutting dikes, I don't know what they're called. Just in case I decide to just say fuck it and cut them. Because I'm gonna order a new fuel line anyway. But since the line is off, it just seems kind of stupid to cut it. I don't know, we'll see. I might end up just cutting it. You guys will know. Check back in a second. Just confirmed that was gonna be a 15, so that's cool. So now I'm just gonna pull off these fuel lines. I'll try to. I think my flathead might be a little too big for this hose clamp. Wait, it's not even connected to anything already. That's why that hose is still there. 1. 2. Man, this is what you can tell that somebody else was in here. Everything is way too easy. So both of those lines already came off. Okay, so I'm gonna move out of the tank's way just in case. And then line this bad boy up. It's that check. I checked beforehand and still went the wrong way. I think I need one less extension going on here. There we go. All right. I did not expect this tool or this bolt to be this long. This is a long, hold on, give you some light. This is a long fugger. I was not expecting that at all. All right, so now we just gotta get to the other side. Okay, boom, that's out of the way. Yep, let's get to the other side, do the same thing. I just blinded the shit out of y'all, my bad. All right. Okay, actually I need to, I left my extension on the other side. BRB. All right. So I'm literally going to do it the exact same way where I use both extensions to get the thing loose, and then I'll finish it up with one extension just because I don't want my hand all up in there, you know what I'm saying? So, whoops. So that makes the most sense to me. It's proven to work already, so fuck it. Actually, this side's a little bit more of a pain because there's a folded up firewall or heat shield that's kind of in the way. I think we're fine. Let's see. Yeah, we're straight. Just gotta get this bitch lined up. Tank wants to drop for sure because it already started, and I think either the bolt broke or oh shit, I'm blocking y'all. Either the bolt broke or that one was a lot shorter because the tank already fell a little bit. It's empty for sure. Okay, so it'll come out. I really just need to go to the other side. It's getting caught on the other filler neck on the other side, but it should fall right out. Honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I might just let it drop and piss off all the neighbors. It's like 7 in the morning over here, but fuck it. I might just let the shit drop and call it a day. So here, I'll see y'all on the other side. I'm just literally just gonna move the strap and finesse the filler neck out of the way. I'll leave that there for y'all. All right, so we pretty much got the tank dropped. Whoops. Pretty much got the tank dropped now. So from here, it's just a matter of getting the connector out of the sending unit. And I'm not sure what else is holding it up, to be honest. I think it's just the sending unit. I think it's just getting those wires disconnected. And I should be able to pull it out and then inspect it further. It's light work so far. I think I've been working on this for like an hour, 2 hours, so. It does definitely help that the pan hard bar was already out. So, and they cut the filler neck. I know this is gonna be a pain in the ass to get the tank back in because the one that I'm gonna replace it with, assuming I need to, like I said, I probably will anyway. The one I'm gonna replace it with already has the filler neck installed. So I know that's gonna kind of make things annoying. Also, my bad, because I was filming in portrait mode for the majority of this. Again, I'm not a YouTuber, so trying to make it work in a way that, you know what I'm saying, I guess it's a learning process. So now that we caught that, I'll film this way so it's less weird. And yeah, some more here. I'm gonna show y'all the interior. Give me 1 second, let me get some lighting. The ADHD is in full effect, but I was excited about it because it's, like I said, it's for the most part very clean for the interior. So this is a blue zebra pattern, zebra print interior that was specific to 1984. Here, let me try and hit this button. There we go. No, I need more. All right, fuck it. It's not gonna work. But yeah, like I said, specific to 84, blue zebra pattern interior. Here, let me flip this up as well. So the only real tear, woof, just unleashed a bunch of dust, is on the back side of the rear seat. You can kind of see it puffed up back there. But other than that, like I said, for the most part, it's clean. What was that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna get a dash cover, Z28, 5-liter HO, which is what's in there. Here, let me show you the pedals as well. like I was saying earlier in the video, the mileage says 370 something. Look at this, got the battery connected, lights still work on the interior. But yeah, so you can see the mileage there, 377, which is crazy. I think the thing still works because when I looked at it before, it was for sure 376. I might even have a picture that can show that. But yeah, so whatever, that's the mileage. But look at these pedals. Unless the pedals were replaced, this thing might actually be like 37,000 miles, right? Like, am I tripping? These pedals are very fresh. They're like not even worn at all, barely. Like the gas is kind of, but there's still plenty of tread on that. So I don't know, it's interesting. All right, so right now we're back outside, trying to figure out how to pull this sending unit connector. I'm actually not sure at all how to do it. Oh, it's right here. Boom, I wasn't even connected already. Man, I'm loving how easy this is. Boom. And then this tank is out. Man, now the way the internet hypes up this job like it's the worst thing in the world is literally exaggeration. That was a slight work. It wasn't very hard at all. Now it looks like I have some more cleaning to do, some more cobwebs up here, but nothing too serious. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up a little bit more, and then, actually fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get this tank pulled out, and then we'll open it up and inspect it here in a second. So let's get to that. All right, so we got the tank out. We're gonna go ahead and try and get this lug nut out, and then see what the inside of this tank is looking like. I'm guessing it's gonna be absolutely terrible, but I don't really know. What's interesting is that they had the tank, I'm pretty sure they had the tank dropped at some point, right? Because there's no way they didn't do all that work and then never drop the tank, right? So I'm assuming they had the tank out, but then for some reason they put it back in. So I'm wondering, or I'm curious if the tank is bad, or if the tank is good and they, you know what I'm saying, since they cut the filler neck, they probably just cut their losses, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing, it doesn't really make sense. This lock nut also doesn't make sense because what the hell is going on here? I don't know what the hell is going on. Alright, so this clearly is. Alright. There we go. Now let's see what this is looking like. Oh, it's full. Holy shit. Well, it's not full. It has something over there for sure. Oh, that stinks. I see a hole in there. So that explains why the garage stinks. Honestly, in all consideration, it doesn't look terrible in there. Definitely some old bad gas, but it doesn't look terrible. I'm not sure if this is reusable. I may be able to clean this and reuse it. I'm actually not sure. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and, you know, chat with a friend or two and see if this is something I can reuse. Not the tank, I'm talking about the sending unit. I don't have it in the budget to buy one, but if I need to, I can. And here, let me try to show you guys as well, because you know you guys can't see shit. I'm just talking. Here, one second. All right, so let's try to show you guys the inside of the tank here. Boom. Honestly, I don't know if it looks too bad. I thought it was full for a second, but it's really just the reflection. It doesn't look super bad in there. What is that? Is that the filler neck hole? Yeah, I think so. It's nice that there's fuel in there so you could get kind of the reflection of what's going on in there. But then, yeah, here you can see the actual inside of the tank. Not the worst, but I'm gonna replace it anyway just because I don't know how long it's been sitting and all that jazz. So let me show you guys the sending unit. That's pretty much it. It looks like it's missing the floating device, right? Shouldn't there be a floating device on the little L shape, that thing that's moving, swinging? I'm pretty sure, right? Because that's how it gauges if the tank's empty or full, right? So I think I'm missing that. And then I'm pretty sure I can clean that filter. Maybe I can just buy a new one from, Vato Zone. But the rest of this I'll have to try and clean as much as I can. I'll, again, take pictures, see if it's reusable. If I need to order a new one, I'll have to figure that out. I don't know, it's an 84, so I'm not certain I'll be able to. Here, let me. But yeah, so pretty much from here, the job is done until I get the new tank in, which again, that'll be a couple weeks from now. I'm gonna get this out of the garage so my garage can stop smelling like fuel. Now it makes sense why it does. I'm surprised it's not empty considering how long this thing has been open, right? So yeah, again, job's done. Honestly, this whole thing has kind of been on a whim. My plan for this weekend was initially gonna be cleaning the interior like I showed you, or not cleaning it more, but like doing like a steam clean and vacuum and, put shampooing the carpet and all that good stuff. But I decided against it mainly because I wanted to make sure, like, it's irrelevant right now how clean the interior is. I more so wanted to make sure that, or at least get started on the work that needs to happen for sure. Because when the car is running, the interior can be filthy, right? Like, I can drive it with a dirty interior, but with the tank has to come out regardless, right? So it made more sense for me to do that, as well as getting under there and cleaning as well. So yeah, now that this job is done, yeah, we'll go from there. I think this is pretty much it. I think we can conclude the first episode of this build. Maybe I'll keep going with these. I don't really know. Again, I'm not a fucking YouTuber. So this is more so for me than anything else, but I might upload these and make them public just for the sake of, my journey with this car. It's most likely going to go through multiple forms. Here, I'm showing the 5th gen when I could be showing this car in the background. Look at that, I'm learning YouTuber shit. Oh, look at the vacuum tip from cleaning under the car. But yeah, so the car is going to go through multiple iterations. Initially, Reddit convinced me to leave the patina, so I might clean a lot of the paint, try to make it work. And then, like I said, the plan is to do like a gloss clear over it and polish it and make it look super nice. That's the plan right now. And then after that, most likely I'll leave it like that for a while. And then I don't know if I have it in me to leave it ghetto looking for for so long. So eventually I might get to a point where I say fuck it and then I do all the body work. And this is Charlie. He's my 1-year-old Bernie Doodle. He's a little homie. All right, buddy. Thank you, dude. So he likes hanging out with the garage with me, but since he's a Bernie Doodle and I'm in Arizona, he overheats. So you might see him out here with me sometimes. You might not sometimes. But I'll quit rambling. I think we'll call this the first episode. Tune in for more. We'll get this thing started once I get the tank. So the next, actually, before I close this out, my parts list order, number 1 is going to be the fuel tank, new fuel lines, a new mechanical fuel pump, and filters, fuel filters. So in the next episode, if everything goes perfectly as planned, we'll be able to get the new fuel tank installed, the new fuel lines installed, obviously, the new mechanical fuel pump installed, and then maybe we'll get this thing running on its own, from its own fuel supply instead of from starter fluid. Now, there's going to be a challenge for me because I'm new to carbureted, like literally all this is new to me. I've dealt with fuel injected cars for a while. I've never really dealt with carbureted engines. This is the first one. I had a Ninja 250 back in the day, 2008, that was carbureted, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing back then, so this is all new. So once we get all that stuff, the challenge really is going to be getting the fuel primed throughout the system. I know you have to kind of crank it and get the fuel through it, I think. I'm sure there's more to it, but that's going to be really the challenge. That episode may be longer just because of all the additional stuff that has to go on. This tank came out kind of quick. So yeah, that'll be episode 2. See you guys then. Peace.